In this lesson, we're going to take a look at an often overlooked but powerful PowerPoint feature called Outline View. To get to Outline View, we use the ribbon and go to the View tab, and in the Presentation Views group, select Outline View. When we select Outline View, the slide sorter goes away and is replaced with an outline of all the text in our presentation. No images, no backgrounds or designs, just our unstyled text. On the right-hand side is a preview of the corresponding slide. At the bottom are presenter notes. These are notes that the presenter wants to leave for himself or someone else presenting the presentation. I'm going to switch those off to give us a larger preview of the current slide. To do that, I'm going up to the Show group and clicking Notes, which will turn off presenter notes. If I wanted to turn them back on, I'd simply click Notes again. Now, this is the presentation you saw at the beginning of the course when we did the introduction. So, as I said, all the text from each slide is listed in Outline View. The title of the slide, because each of these slides or title content is in bold, and each subheading or content is there in normal text. Each bullet is referred to as a paragraph. Each bullet is a paragraph. So if we go to slide 2 here, you see we have one title, 3 paragraphs, and one object, the picture of me. Outline View obviously does not show the picture, it's just focused on the text. Now I can do quite a few things in this view. I can edit the entire slide by clicking the box which highlights all the text, and then I can make a change, maybe change the font, change the size. But remember, if I change the size of everything, the title will change as well, and I typically want my title to be larger than my content. However, of course, I could also here change the font color or the font itself, which I would want to apply to all text. If I want to edit just an individual paragraph, I simply highlight what I want to edit. The mini ribbon, as you see, appears just as it did when we edited the text in normal view in our last lesson, and I can make the exact same changes that I did in the last lesson. I can change font, the size, bold, italics, etc. Other things I can do here is I can promote and demote. Remember in our last lesson we talked about ordered, numbered, or unordered bulleted lists. By default, every slide is an unordered bulleted list. So I can promote and demote text in Outline View. Now notice when I promoted my name to a title, it gave it its own slide. So the title is level number 1, subtitle level number 2, and so on. So if I promote something up to the highest level, notice it created its own slide. I'm going to undo that to move our text back to slide 2. Now I can also move things up and down. So if I want to move this down a line, I can move down, and I can move it back up. Oops, wrong option. I can move it back up. Now I can also drag things around, like I can take my name here and put it at the end, return, and now move it to the bottom. So any text editing that I could do in normal view, I can now do in Outline View without having to worry about formatting pictures, just dealing with the text and nothing else. Now I can also add slides, delete slides, duplicate slides in this view just as slide sorter view. So I'm going to add a new slide here. So if I right click on slide 10 and go to new slide, we get a new slide, slide 11. As using new slide from the ribbon or in slide sorter view, my new slide will have the same layout as my previous slide. Now even in Outline View, I can still come over here and type. And as I type over here, the corresponding text is typed in Outline View. To duplicate a slide, I press Control D, just as I did in outline view. In normal view. I can also cut and paste slides. So if I press Control X to cut, and then come up here and paste, Control V, I move my slide to number 10. When pasting, the slide will appear after the slide that you clicked on to paste. And of course, just like I pasted in normal view, I have my paste options. So I'm going to undo that and move my slide back to the bottom. So outline view is useful if you just want to look at the text of your presentation and not worry about fonts, objects, etc. You just want to see the text. Makes it easier to proofread, which we'll talk about in our next lesson, and just makes it easier to see just the nuts and bolts, the text of your presentation. So in this lesson, we took a quick look at outline view, an underutilized but powerful feature in PowerPoint 2013.